They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
He's tackled at the 40.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down.
That's good for a shot.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Murray off play action. Complete. It's Johnson.
Murray.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
They'll take over.
So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
A gain of 20.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Running on first down. Eckler.
Austin.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a big
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And there's a quick throw caught by Andrews. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 18.
It's a gain.
His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. And this is caught at the 8. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game.
Matt Prater set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Grant on the return. The Bears take over 1st and 10. At their own
at the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray, Johnson the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
A loss of 2 yards, the loss, 2nd and 12. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, Wilson. Dorsett making the catch. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd.
Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Williams.
2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
17 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll run here with Eckler. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. His pass caught at the 4. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Giants add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So that drive 7 plays in length, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown.
Matt Prater set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Grant sets to return it. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Henry Anderson in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap? It back into gear, maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. It's caught by Aguilar. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. Finding Gabriel complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
The Giants
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Eckler. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 2nd down and 4, Wilson. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Buying time to his left. He can, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Russell Wilson on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him start to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there, and in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Johnson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. He completes it to Boyd. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a 1st.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
He finds Dorsett. It's complete. Touchdown, Giants! Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. He struggled. His team has struggled. You talked to me a lot about looking to your leaders. Maybe it's time for him to put his mark on this game.
Agreed. And how that has to happen is somehow he's got to flush out everything that's happened so far and almost start over and get back to that confident level and know that he can play the game, because so far this has been a real struggle.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got the interceptions, trying to turn it around. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Out quickly to Judy. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Screen play, Johnson. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Eddie Pinheiro to kick off.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
1st and 10.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Wilson, and that is incomplete.
Wilson's pass intended for Mark Andrews.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, the good news, they got the stop defensively. The bad news, this is a huge hole that they're in right now. How do they start to dig out of it? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson, open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
New York.
Here is Eckler, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Vince Williams on
8 yards to go on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Bears.
From the gun, Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Aguilar has it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A 5-yard touchdown run. And this offense is running away with this one. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Prater for the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Matt Prater is set to
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Here comes Grant on the return. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Henry Anderson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down.
Goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
A loss of 3.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
At the 9-yard line.
To Johnson again. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Jerry Jeudy with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears are able to make things a bit more respectable.
I know the scoreboard says here, but for all those who are playing fantasy football, their scoreboards are different. Points scored could benefit someone.
A point after is good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game, despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Now Wilson, and Graham's got it, complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Brings up 2nd.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Giants.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Eckler. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
To Taylor Gabriel.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. From the gun, Wilson. Flushed out right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him. But it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The old Cal Bear, Brandon Mebane, gets the sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
He gets this one to Johnson. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. From the gun, Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync. Because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations, different sets. And you might not block them quite the way you want to. But as you start to get into a groove and you figure out what they're doing, now it all comes together, and that's what we're seeing right now.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Wilson. He's going to take off with it. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down.
Pick up on the play. 1st down, New York.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
He was
2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
Once more, here's Eckler.
35-yard line. Austin Eckler, the ball carrier. He was brought down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
3rd down.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. To Gabriel, middle of the field. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 18. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
First down.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
It's Eckler again. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. On the give, this is Eckler. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Giants' 47.
Big offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Giants, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the San Francisco 49ers.
day. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
By Bobby Wagner.
The numbers for Mixon last week: 14 carries, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
And well-liked by his teammates. In fact, I got on good authority, even though I'm not an investigative reporter, that in their team meeting this week, the offensive line stood up and said, Coach, we've got to have better yardage for this guy. He's number 9 in the league. He's got to be in the top 3 before the season's over. Let's run the ball.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. The drive starts with a completion left side. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. No matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets, they don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
On 2nd and 1, Wilson. This is intercepted. Picked off by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now this throw caught left side. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
42 yards on.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Taylor Gabriel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
26-yard line.
And the Giants ready to come out now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
That's another Giants first down.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
Eluding the pressure right. He'll run it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 12-yard line.
7-7, our score after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead.
49ers 7.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
25-yard line.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
At the 29-yard line.
From the 29, Bridgewater. Being chased out left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
And the 49ers.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
10 brings up 3rd and inches.
3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
An 8-yard pickup.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on
the running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
Tackle made at the 38.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play,
and he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kyle Van Noy able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Coming back out to take the field, Mark Andrews and company. The early returns for him, very good to start this season. Interesting to see if he can keep up that torrid pace.
Yeah, when you're talking about averaging 100 yards a game as a receiver, extrapolate that over 16 games, and you're having a monster season. So, yeah, you love what he's doing early, but I think it's got to go back to the offseason, doesn't it? It's got to go back to the roots, spending time with the guys that throw the ball to him, spending time.
Accelerating, and off he goes. 30, 10, touchdown, Giants. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points.
Well, that's pretty impressive, Charles. It's one thing to be an elite speed wide receiver and have all that yards after the catch into the end zone, but from your tight end?
Yeah, you don't get that very often. What you're describing is more like a Tyreek Hill, a Devontae Adams, and Antonio Brown. You're not talking about a guy that lines up or can line up in line and look like an extra tackle on running plays. He took that bad boy downfield just like he was a scat back.
Before the game, he told me, I'm going to have a zinger or two today. And I was like, oh, a zinger or two? I guess that's a zinger, right?
That's a zinger.
Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Niners set to take over on offense. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Mixon, the ball carrier.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Bridgewater got a man. It's Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
First down, San Francisco.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. It's complete to Snead. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Brett Kern.
Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
It's now 2nd down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Throwing again here, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
They'll take over.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Pressure
pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He finds his running back, Mixon. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped him to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Second and a yard at the 49ers' 12-yard line.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They show great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly. And as they come towards halftime, it's the Eagles who have the lead in that one. Sterling Shepard, a touchdown reception.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup.
Matt Prater is set to kick off.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
Getting set to go here, Teddy Bridgewater and company marches back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you
look to respond positively here to start the third quarter. To throw again on second down. Bridgewater. Open man is Kirk, complete. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Bridgewater. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
Number 28.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
In on the tackle.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Well, again, plenty of time to sit in the pocket and deliver the football. While the offensive linemen, they may be nameless and faceless to a lot of people, they certainly aren't to their teammates who are the skill position guys. They appreciate the heck out of them, and they're capitalizing.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again, Wilson. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down, and
now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, Wilson. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides when that derriere, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon, and the Giants add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started. The New York offense at the line. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
From the 30 on 2nd down, Bridgewater. Snead's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
First down, San Francisco.
Bridgewater on first down. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy.
Bridgewater's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And a 49er first down.
They'll run on first down. Mixon, and the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Jerry Hughes picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. This from 54 yards away. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
54-yard attempt.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, you know that they were thinking second half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jacobs now. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
The ball carrier.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. And that will be incomplete.
Wilson's pass, incomplete. Intended for Taylor.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he can make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will push this lead up to 20 now.
34. 49ers 14.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. First down, Bridgewater. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. Throw right side of the tight end O'Shaughnessy. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to Austin Seferian-Jenkins.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater goes underneath to O'Shaughnessy. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
3-yard pickup.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. And again, it's Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Kirk. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll give it to Mixon. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They still can't get it. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score. And he's got it. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. At the 3-yard line.
Now Wilson down around his goal line. Completes it to Aguilar. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. 11 yards there. 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards, good for a giant 1st down.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the 1st quarter.
They were gone in the 1st quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop him.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 take...
today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Rams. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by a 6-time Pro Bowler now in his 9th NFL season. It's Russell Wilson.
And bottom line, when you're the starting QB, what is it?
Get the W.
Get the W.
They did that last week.
Right, you got that done. Wasn't always pretty. There were some great moments for a touchdown pass.
You got to eliminate those mistakes.
Got to take care of that because otherwise that could come back and bite him in another ball game.
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 11 carries, 72 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on him. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Brings up second.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for good yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And able to find Dorsett. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 43. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So opening drive, third down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on third down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a three-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. Battle for it here, and this will be caught. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. This will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Nelson Aguilar. His second touchdown on the season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
Yeah, it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And Sims says, let's bring it out to the 25. So now the Rams will get their first opportunity with a football. They'll be led out by their 32-year-old quarterback from the University of Georgia, the 12-year vet, Matthew Stafford.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
On second and 11 now. Stafford looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try to get us ahead and try to keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Drake. A check on the numbers for Kenyon Drake last week. 24 carries, 79 yards.
Are we playing old school football now? We've got the top 10 rusher in the league. He's sitting at number 10, but he has a chance to move up with a big-time game. So expect that offensive line every time they go to the bench and tell the offensive line.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Stafford. It's complete to Drake. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Here's Dorsett. That goes a punt of 34 yards that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
The ball carrier.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll move the chains.
50-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The score, Giants 7, Rams 0.
From midfield now, here's Wilson, rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
We can't have that.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. Sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
That one good for 14 yards. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On first down, Wilson. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
10 yards.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends.
2-yard line.
Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. From the shotgun, Wilson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because...
And he is in! Touchdown, Giants! Josh Jacobs, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up third.
Here's Stafford. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Stafford on first down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Kenyon
That run good for 6 yards, but they're still looking up at a 3rd and 15. The Rams on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
First and 10.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. Dorsett's got it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn into big plays.
That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
First and 10.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that is incomplete.
Wilson's pass, incomplete. Intended for Taylor Gabriel.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
Rams, nothing.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Rams have got it going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start the drive with Dre. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 32. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson, open man, Taylor Gabriel. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain of 13. It's a first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 5 from the 8.
8-yard line.
Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw again is Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Touchdown.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over. Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it, and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the 3rd quarter here.
To kick off.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively jars it free. No first down.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And it is incomplete.
Wilson's pass intended for Mark Andrews.
Boy, sitting on a 2-score lead at this stage in the game, that punter, he must be pretty lonely over there on the sideline thinking, why in the world was my number not called there?
As far as he's concerned, the check will still cash, right? It is your choice not to use me in this situation. But I also look at it this way. Some coaches are more aggressive than others. They just want to take care of the football, have the ball on offense, and go at it that way. So a very interesting call, but he wants to take care of the ball himself. Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On second down, it's Drake. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And he finds Howard complete. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
6 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside of the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense, and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here. Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. They almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Mark Andrews. incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around? Now, loose football. The ball comes out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 7 yards, the pickup there.
It's a gain of 7.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
At the Rams' 5-yard line.
This to Jacobs on the toss right. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And that one makes this a 19-point game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Steven Sims now on the return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, Don, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So it's symptomatic.
Yeah, analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
At the 41-yard line.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That's a gain of
This
3.
offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Open man is good, and it's complete. It's knocked out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
They're looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Intercepted.
They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away, now they just look at their offense and say, guys,
Let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
He's got Jake Butt as tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Out of bounds. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports.
Rams 7.
It's It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the fourth and final quarter. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. That catch good for only a couple. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot.
And he lost the football. But the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target. And it's second down. Throwing again. Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield strike. Wilson. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing is Stafford. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards there and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
36-yard line.
From the gun, here's Stafford. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Complete.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. That'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain.
So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on 3rd down.
And ordinarily on 3rd down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
At the 21-yard line.
On first down, Stafford here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. To throw again. Stafford. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Rams on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Running, it's Drake. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A shotgun snap for Stafford. His pass caught at the 4. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. One man in the backfield, that's Miller, 2nd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to 9. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a carry for Jacobs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
At the 6-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson being chased out left. He's going to, and he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Russell Wilson with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. It's caught, Cooper. And he'll be out right at the 35. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Less than a yard.
Operating from the gun. Stafford. Stafford for the third time is intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The Giants.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down and 6.
The handoff to Josh.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a
First and 10 at the 28.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about